Hello, I'm David. Welcome to my channel where I focus primarily on using AI for personal growth with the intent of helping people live happier, more fulfilling, and more productive lives. Today I'm doing a quick review of a new app called Atoms by James Clear. It's an app that he created that helps people implement the principles found in his book, Atomic Habits. And I'm a big fan of James Clear, as well as his book Atomic Habits, which has sold millions and millions of copies. I'm such a fan that I've actually bought multiple copies of his book. I give it out to friends and associates just because I think it's one of those books that can really change your life. But today I'm going to do a quick summary of his app and talk about highlights, pros, cons associated with it, and then show you some screenshots from the app itself, but then talk about a way using AI to create a simple habit tracking tool that costs nothing. So you can just have something for free. So stick around to the end if you want to see how you can create your own habit tracking tool using AI. So first impressions of the app. On the positive side, I think the app has a beautiful interface. It's not cluttered at all. It's super simple. It's elegant. It's very straightforward. And I love the fact that the app is aligned with the principles that he talks about in his book. So he has snippets from his book directly in the app itself, and you can get daily little messages within the app reminding you of some of those key principles that he talks about in his book. So I think that's a really nice addition as well. And the other thing I love is that he helps motivate you to accomplish your habit by aligning it to the identity, who you want to become. And I'll show you some screenshots in a little bit that will make that a little clearer. But the app has had hundreds of thousands of downloads in its first week. So it's obviously a very popular app, and it comes with a free trial. So I'm not making any money by recommending that you download the app. So I would go ahead and recommend downloading it. You can try it out for the 30-day free trial, and then you can decide whether or not you want to keep it. Downside, here are a few quick observations. First, I think it's kind of limiting. You can only track up to 3 habits at a time. And I understand James Clear's rationale for that. If you have too many goals, and I've experienced this myself, if you have too many goals, you might feel overwhelmed and you may not accomplish some of them, and you might kind of give up on trying to create habits for yourself. So I understand the rationale, but personally, I do a lot of habit stacking, which is a principle found in his book, Atomic Habits. And if you're doing habit stacking in a morning routine or an evening routine, you can accomplish multiple habits in a relatively short period of time. So for me, it's pretty limiting that you can only track 3 habits. The biggest downside for me, though, is the price. So if you pay monthly for the app, it's $17 a month, and that's to track 3 habits. If you pay annually, it's $120, which obviously equates to $10 a month. But when you can buy his book, Atomic Habits, for $20, to me, it seems very expensive to pay $120 for a year to have a habit tracking tool that only allows you to track 3 different habits at a time. For example, I've used Strides for many years now to track my habits, and I paid a one-time fee of $75, and I have the app forever. So $75 versus $120 for a year. And in that Strides app, you can track many apps or many habits at a time if you'd like. I also did a little digging around. There's another app out there called Prodi that looks like it takes some of the same principles from Atomic Habits. It's created a habit tracker, and it's $10 annually. So to me, that's a pretty major downside, especially when you're only tracking up to 3 habits at a time. But you can decide for yourself, jump in, download the app, use it free for 30 days, and then you can decide if it's something you want to spend that much money on or not. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to transition a little bit. I'm going to show you a few of the screenshots from the app itself so you can kind of get a sense of the interface. And then lastly, I'm going to spend a little time just talking about how you could use ChatGPT AI to create a habit tracking tool, and you could do that for free. All right, so what I'd like to do is just show you how easy it is to create a habit. I had 3 habits, but I went ahead and deleted one just to kind of walk you through the process here. So I just click on this plus habits tab. You can see the existing habits that I've already created, but let's say I want to create another one, and I want to do that. I want it to create a financial one where I'm tracking my expenses every day. So I will, and I'm going to replace the word habit, and I'm going to replace it with, obviously there's a list that you could select from if that is of interest, but in this case I'm going to just create my own. I will track my expenses, and as far as time and location, I'll make sure I will have tracked all my finances for the day at the end of the day. So I'm going to say before I get ready for bed. And then what type of person am I trying to become? I'm trying to become, in this case, I'm going to just select this one from their list, a person who is wise with money. That's the identity of who I'm trying to become with this habit. And there you have it. You did it. Review if this habit feels exciting and easy to stick with, and to me it does. From there, you can then select a specific time if you want reminders, that type of thing. So at this time, I will go ahead and select, let me just say 9 o'clock each night. I'll get a little reminder, and I can select all the days of the week if I want, or just some of those days, but if I want to track it every day, I'm going to do it every day. So here we go. I'm creating the habit, and there I have my new habit that's been set up. All right, so now I have 3 habits set up, and I'd like to show you how easy it is to mark a habit complete for any given day. So when I wake up in the morning, I do a little affirmation saying it's going to be a great day. And I did that this morning. So you hold, press down, and it gives you kind of that really fun completion notification there. I'm going to go back to home, and I'm going to, I did exercise this morning. My wife and I like to take a walk in the woods, and so we put on our hiking shoes to do that. So again, this is just kind of a way to show your progress. And then I love this little identity reflection. Are you making progress towards becoming a healthy person? And so you get these periodically, once every roughly 1 to 3 times that you've completed your habit. So anyway, just kind of some good messaging there. You do get a little notification on Mindset to say, here's a lesson for today. Aim to be great in 10 years. Tap to read more. And then you can see here a daily lesson, usually taken from Atomic Habits, but I like the little comment there, and by James Clear. So once again, very elegant interface, really straightforward, really simple. And you can kind of see your habit progress and identity reflection. You can see streaks and, again, reflections. You can set up an accountability partner. If they also have Adam's app on their phone, then they can essentially be your accountability partner. So you can invite somebody by clicking on that. So anyway, those are just kind of a couple screenshots. You can see they've got several different categories here for these mindset type lessons. Daily lesson, Adams 101. Most of those are coming from the Atomic Habits book. Productivity, self-improvement, goal setting, behavioral psychology, and there are quite a few actually listed here. So I think over 20 that are listed there. Once again, most of these are being pulled directly from his book. Okay, so last segment here in the video, I just wanted to show you how you could use AI, in this case, to mimic the functionality in the Adams app. And so here I've created a prompt for ChatGPT. I want to create several goals that follow this format. I will habit at time location so that I can become what type of person. Please give me 30 different options for habit, time, location, and the type of person I want to become. So that's the prompt. And let's just see what ChatGPT comes back with. So these are 30 different potential habits. And you can see here that it's created 30 specific habits at a specific time, and identifying the identity that you want to become. What I would suggest is looking at these and then kind of mixing and matching and saying, okay, do any of these sound interesting as far as the habit? What about times, location? It's giving you basically different options and ways to look at how you could accomplish these various habits, and also giving you examples, 30 different examples in this case, as far as the type of person that you can become. So may not be quite as elegant, obviously, as the Adams app, but it is also free versus paying $17 a month or $120 a year. And then the last thing that I'll do is just create a different prompt for creating a habit tracker. You could easily create one just using Excel, but in this case, let me just go ahead and do a ChatGPT prompt. Okay, so now for the last thing, let me just create a habit tracker. And I just created this prompt here. And I'm going to go ahead and submit this. Create a habit tracker in a PDF file in landscape mode that allows space for up to 5 goals with the ability to mark off my progress for each day of the month. The 5 goals and the ability to mark the goals for an entire month of 31 days should fit on one page. So that's my prompt. Let's see what it can come back with. Obviously, you could create something very easily in Excel, an Excel spreadsheet if you have access to Excel, or you could even handwrite it on a piece of paper and stick it up on your mirror and track your habits that way. But let's just go ahead and see what ChatGPT comes back with. Okay. Let's take a look. There you go. So there's a simple one-page monthly habit tracker that you could then download. So just an alternative there to spending lots of money. Thanks for sticking around. I hope you found this useful, both from a review of the app itself, as well as a little shortcut you can do creating your own habit tracking tool using ChatGPT. For more tips like this, feel free to subscribe, clicking the subscribe button down below. Thank you so much.